नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यम् तन्तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। अध्याय 18 श्लोक 66. We will continue the Bhashya. यच्च आहुः आत्मीयैः स्मृतीच्छाप्रयत्नैः कर्महेतुभिः आत्मा कर्म करोति इति न तेषां मिथ्याप्रत्ययपूर्वकत्वात् मिथ्याप्रत्ययनिमित्त इष्टानिष्ट अनुभूत क्रियाफल जनित संस्कार पूर्विका ही स्मृति इच्छा प्रयत्नादयः यथा अस्मिन् जन्मनि देहादि संघाताभिमान रागद्वेषादिकृतौ धर्माधर्मौ तत्फलानुभवश्च तथा अतीते अतीततरे अपि जन्मनि इति अनादिः अविद्याकृतः संसारः अतीतः अनागतश्च अनुमेयः ततश्च सर्वकर्मसन्न्यास सहित ज्ञाननिष्ठया आत्यन्तिकः संसारोपरमः इति सिद्धम्। यच्च आहुः, the पूर्व पक्षी yeah सर्वकर्म संन्यासात् ज्ञाननिष्ठया सर्वकर्म संन्यास सहित ज्ञाननिष्ठया is a better reading. Even sarvakarma sannyasat jnananishthaya is also fine. Sarvakarma sannyasa sahita jnananishthaya is a better reading. Yaccha ahu. Some people say, some purva pakshis, atmiyaihi smriti ichha prayatnaihi. The smriti ichha and prayatna, according to some philosophers, these three belong to the Atma. smriti, ichha, and prayatna. According to Vaisheshikas and Nayayikas, smriti, ichha, prayatna, etc. are Atma Guna. They are the attributes of the Atma. We do not agree with that. We say that all these are the attributes of Antahkarana. They are the functions of Antahkarana. Therefore, they do not belong to the Atma. Then what about the identification? I am remembering, I have smriti, I am remembering, I am desiring, I am making effort, aham smarami, aham ichhami, aham prayate. What is the reason for such identification? Then we say that the identification is mithya pratyaya. It is a false identification because smriti, ichha, prayatna, etc. do not belong to the Atma. But according to these people, smriti, ichha, and prayatna, they belong to Atma. They are the attributes of Atma. Therefore, he calls them Atmiya. Atmiyaihi smriticha prayatnaihi. And these three are karma hetu. Smriti, ichha, prayatna are karma hetu. Karma hetu bhihi. They are the cause of karma. If I have to do some karma, first of all, I have to remember. Even the process of eating a fruit. First of all, I have to remember this is apple. Earlier, I ate this apple, and then this apple gave me this kind of pleasure. We remember all those things. First of all, when we see an apple or whatever. And then comes ichha. Now I want to eat the apple. So the ichha comes only when there is smriti. What you remember, your previous experience is remembered. When the previous experience is remembered, we get a desire. This will give me pleasure because yesterday it gave me pleasure. Then ichha comes. And then prayatna. We make an effort to pick the apple and eat, chew. So smriti, ichha, and prayatna. These three are karma hetu. They are responsible for any karma. And they belong to the Atma. Means karma hetus belong to the Atma. If the karma hetu belongs to the Atma, then even the karma belongs to the Atma. Atma karma karoti. Therefore, Atma karma karoti. Atma does the karma. Iti. This is a contention. So again, even this Purva Pakshi is trying to establish that the karma really belongs to the Atma. Therefore, avidyavan alone is karta. Only one who has avidya has karma. This contention is not true. Purvapakshi is trying to establish. Then Siddhanti says, no, it is not so. Why? Tesham mithya pratyaya purvakatvat. Tesham means smriti ichha prayatnana. Even the smriti ichha and prayatna, even they are mithya pratyaya purvaka. They are produced by a misconception. Even the memory, etc., are a product of misconception. Bhashyakara explains mithya pratyaya nimitta ishtanishta anubhuta kriyaphala janita samskara purvika hi smriti ichha prayatnadayaha. Smriti ichha prayatna etc., how they are produced. Bhashyakara explains. Samskara purvika smriti ichha prayatna. They precede a samskara. Smriti precedes a samskara. What you have experienced yesterday, it has produced a samskara in the mind. I have seen a person yesterday. It has produced a samskara in my mind. On account of the samskara, today I remember that person. Therefore, samskara is responsible for smriti. Therefore, samskara purvika smriti. And this samskara is also produced by anubhuta kriyaphala, the experience of a kriyaphala, a result of an action which we have experienced earlier, maybe yesterday. Anubhuta kriyaphala janita samskara. The samskara is produced by anubhuta kriyaphala or kriyaphala anubhava. The apple that I ate yesterday was also a kriyaphala. It was the phala of my karma. And that has produced a samskara. And the samskara, which is the anubhava, the kriyaphala anubhava, which has produced the samskara, it may be either sweet or bitter. That is what he says. Ishta anishta anubhuta. The anubhuta kriyaphala may be either ishta or anishta. It may be desirable or undesirable, pleasant or unpleasant. Based on its pleasantness and unpleasantness, whether it will produce ichha or not, it is determined. If it is ishta, then I may get ichha to have it. If it is anishta, then I will have ichha to get rid of it. So ishta and anishta determines what kind of ichha I should have. Yeah. Now, this ishtanishta anubhuta kriya phala, even this is caused by a mithya pratyaya, a misconception. What is the mithya pratyaya? I am the bhokta, I am the enjoyer. Even the I am the enjoyer is also a mithya pratyaya. Because the Atma is not an enjoyer. Yeah. Mithya pratyaya nimitta ishta anishta anubhuta kriyaphala. So even the previous anubhava, it was on account of mithya pratyaya. Because in reality, you are not even a bhokta. And that produces smriti, ichha, prayatna, etc. So the smriti, ichha, prayatna, even they are produced by the samskara, which is in turn produced by the anubhava, previous anubhava, which is also produced by mithya pratyaya. Therefore, in effect, even the smriti, ichha, prayatna, etc. are produced by mithya pratyaya. Therefore, even the smriti, ichha, prayatna, etc. do not belong to the Atma. No. One might say that the present karma may not belong to the Atma, but the karma which was done in the past, it might as well belong to the Atma. Then Siddhanti says, just as we understand that the present karma does not belong to the Atma, the same idea can be extended to past as well as future also. If the present karma does not belong to the Atma, then even the past karma as well as in the even as well as the future karma, even they do not belong to the Atma. So, see, yatha asmin janmani, just as in this janma, dehadi sanghata abhimana ragadveshadi kritau dharma dharmau, the dharma and adharma, the punya and papa, they are produced by dehadi sanghata abhimana, the identification with the dehadi sanghata, ragadveshadi and ragadvesha, etc. They are responsible for the punya papa that is performed in this janma. And tat phalanubhavascha, and also the experience or the result of the punya and papa in this janma are caused by the identification with the body, etc., which is mithya. Tatha, in the same manner, atite, even in the previous janma, and anantare api janmani, even in the following janma, iti, this can be inferred. Therefore, the punya papa as well as the effect that is experienced in any janma is on account of mithya jnana, on account of the false identification with the body, etc. Iti, in this manner, anadihi avidyakritaha samsaraha, the samsara is anadi and it is avidyakritaha. It is caused by avidya. At present, we can understand this. And just as it is so in the present, it is so in the past as well as future also. Atitaha anagatascha anumeyaha. The atita samsara, the samsara which existed in the previous janmas, as well as the samsara which may continue to exist, both can be inferred based on our present experience. Now I have samsara in this janma. That means I might have been a samsari in the past janma also. And if I do not get jnana, I will continue to be a samsari in the future janma also. This one can easily infer. And then the samsara that I am experiencing at present, it is on account of avidya, because it is on account of my identification with the body, etc. In the same manner, even in the past janma as well as in the future, if I am experiencing samsara, then it is also because of avidya. Therefore, in any janma, the samsara is caused by avidya. This is inferred. Tatascha, therefore, sarvakarma sannyasa sahita jnana nishtaya atyantikaha samsaro paramaha iti siddham. Since at any janma, either in the past or future or present, at any point of time, samsara is caused by avidya. Therefore, the only solution to the samsara is to be free from avidya. Therefore, tatascha sarvakarma sannyasa sahita jnana nishtaya, through the jnana nishtha, which is accompanied by sarvakarma sannyasa, atyantikaha samsaro paramaha, one can get rid of samsara completely. Iti siddham, this is established. Yeah. Yeah. Jnana nisthayam is also, is there, jnana nisthayam is there. In that case, sarvakarma sannyasat jnana nisthaya. That is, that reading makes more sense there. Sarvakarma sannyasat jnana nisthayam satyam. Sati Saptami. Or Sarvakarma Sannyasa Sahita Jnana Nisthayam is also fine. Or here the reading is, yeah, Nisthaya. Purvika andre Purvika is Strilinga. Purvaka is Pullinga or Napumsakalinga. Where? Samskara Purvakaha. Purvakaha. Yeah. Prayatnadayaha. It is Bahuvachana. Therefore, Purvakaha. Correct. Yeah. So, the Purvapakshi said the jnana, ichha, smriti, ichha, prayatna, etc. belongs to the Atma. Therefore, the karma belongs to the Atma. Then Siddhanti said it is not so because the smriti, ichha, prayatna, etc. are caused by the anubhava, the phalanubhava. And the phalanubhava is mithya pratyaya krita because the phala is coming to the body. The phala is coming to the body. And the identification with the phala, phalanubhava, which belongs to the body, that is mithya pratyaya krita. Since the phalanubhava identification is mithya pratyaya krita. For example, there is a headache. Headache is the phala. The headache belongs to the body. Therefore, the identification with the headache is also on account of the identification with the body. Therefore, the phalanubhava abhimana is mithya pratyaya. On account of that only we get desire, etc. Smriti, memory, ichha, desire, etc. This is observed in this janma. In the same manner, even in the previous janma, if we had some phalanubhava, that is also mithya pratyaya krita. Therefore, in every janma, the smriti, ichha, prayatna, etc. are mithya pratyaya krita only. Therefore, whenever there is karma, it is on account of mithya pratyaya, which is on account of avidya. Therefore, as long as there is avidya, only so long there will be karma. Therefore, if the avidya is removed, even the karma is removed. And also, he has pointed out that in this janma, the samsara is on account of avidya. This is obvious because in this janma, our headache is because of our identification with the body. And it can be extended to the past janmas also. Just like in this janma, samsara is caused by avidya. Even in the past janma, samsara is caused by avidya. Similarly, even in the following janma, samsara is caused by avidya. Therefore, the only way to be completely free from samsara is to be free from avidya. And therefore, Atmajnana is the only solution. अविद्यात्मकत्वाच्च देहाभिमानस्य तन्निवृत्तौ देहानुपपत्तेः संसारानुपपत्तिः देहादिसंघाते आत्माभिमानः अविद्यात्मकः न हि लोके गवादिभ्यः अन्यः अहं मत्तश्च अन्ये गवादयः इति जानन्तान् अहम् इति प्रत्ययं मन्यते कश्चित्। अजानन्स्तु अजानन्स्तु स्थाणौ पुरुषविज्ञानवत् अविवेकतः देहादिसंघाते कुर्यात् अहम् इति प्रत्ययम् न विवेकतः जानन्। अविद्यात्मकत्वाच्च देहाभिमानस्य, देहाभिमान is caused by avidya, therefore tannivrittau, once the avidya is removed, then there is no dehabhiman, and when there is no dehabhimana, the body no longer belongs to you. Deha anupapattehe, then there is no more body for you. The body no longer belongs to you. Therefore, thereafter, samsara anupapattihi, there is no samsara. Ashariram va vasantam na priya priye sprishataha. The Upanishad says, nahavai sasharirasya sataha priya priyayor apahatirasti. As long as one is sasharira, means as long as one has sharira abhimana, he is not free from priya and apriya. He is not free from pleasure and pain. But when the dehabhimana is gone, then he becomes an ashariraha. He is no longer identifying with the body. Ashariram va vasantam, when he is an ashariraha, then na priya priye sprashataha, the priya and apriya do not touch him. Dehadi sanghate atmabhimanaha avidyakaha. The I identification with the dehadi sanghata is avidyakaha, caused by avidya. Nahi loke, yeah, now he is explaining why after vidya, after knowledge, one does not identify with the body. Bhashyakara explains with an example. Loke, in the world, gavadibhyah anyah aham, I am different from the cow, etc. Mattascha anye gavadayah, and the cow, etc. are different from me. Iti janan, iti tan janan, thus knowing them, thus knowing the cow, etc., as totally different from oneself. aham iti pratyayam manyate. One does not identify as I. Kaschit aham iti pratyayam na manyate. Nobody identifies as I with the cow, etc. Ajananstu. But when there is ajnana, ajanan, when there is ajnana, without knowing, sthano purusha vijnanavat, just like one recognizes a sthanu, a post, as a man, purusha vijnanavat, just like cognizing, perceiving the post as a human being, in the same manner, avivekataha, on account of aviveka, dehadi sanghate aham iti pratyayam kuryat. One may do I identification with the body, etc. without jnana, without atmanatma viveka, na vivekatah janan, but not when he knows, when he has the viveka, then he will not do this mistake. Yastu atma vai putra namasi iti putre aham pratyayah satu janya janaka sambandha nimittah gaunah gaunena cha atmana भोजनादिवत् परमार्थकार्यं न शक्यते कर्तुं गौणसिंहाग्निभ्यां मुख्यसिंहाग्निकार्यवत्. So, Purvapakshi had said that the dehadi sanghate aham pratyayah gaunah, and for that he gave some example. The example was based on the Shastra itself. Atma vai putra namasi. In the Shrutivakya itself, the putra, son, is called Atma. It is Gauna Prayoga. So, in the same manner, Purvapakshi said, the I identification with the Dehadi Sanghata also can be Gauna, Purvapakshi said. No Siddhanti is answering that objection. Yastu Atma vai putra namasi iti. In this statement, Atma vai putra namasi, in such a statement, putre aham pratyayah, the I identification with the son is told. Satu, it is Gauna. It is Gauna. Even Purvapakshi accepts it is Gauna. And this Gauna Vyavahara is based on a Sambandha. For Gauna Vyavahara, some connection should be there. Some Sambandha should be there. What is the Sambandha? Janya Janaka Sambandha Nimittaha. Based on Janya Janaka Sambandha. Yeah, Janya means born. Janaka means the one who gives birth. Father-son relation. On account of father-son relation, this secondary usage is told. Gaunaha. And the Gauna Vyavahara, Gauna Prayoga or Gauna Pratyaya does not serve any real purpose. See, Gaunena cha Atmano, through a Gauna Atma, bhojanadivat paramarthakaryam na shakyate kartu. One cannot accomplish any real purpose like a bhojanam, etc., like eating, etc. It cannot be accomplished through a gauna atma. If the son eats, the father's hunger is not appeased. Sometimes we say, if you eat, it is as good as I am eating. We can say with respect to things that you don't want to eat. But it does not serve the real purpose. So, paramarthakaryam na shakyate kartu. Paramarthakaryam, any real purpose, cannot be accomplished. Just like Gauna Simhagnibhyam Mukhya Simhagni Karyavat. Just like a Gauna Simha is Devadatta. Devadatta cannot perform the function of Mukhya Simha. He cannot eat a human being or a deer or anything. And Gauna Agni, the boy cannot do the work of Mukhya Agni. In the same manner, Gauna Atma cannot accomplish the purpose of Mukhya Atma. Adrishta Vishaya Chodana Pramanyat Atma Kartavyam Gaunaihi Dehendriyadibhihi Dehendriyatmabhihi क्रियते एव इति चेत् न अविद्याकृत आत्मत्वात् तेषां न च गौणाः आत्मानः देहेन्द्रियादयः किं तर्हि मिथ्या प्रत्ययेनैव असंगस्य आत्मनः संगत्या आत्मत्वम् आपद्यते. आपद्यन्ते आपद्यन्ते सॉरी आत्मत्वम आपद्यन्ते और आपाद्यते. आपाद्यते आपाद्यन्ते is also fine. आपाद्यन्ते is also fine. Yeah. आपाद्यते is also fine. आपाद्यते और आपाद्यन्ते both are fine. Yeah. आपाद्यते तद्भावे भावात् तदभावे च अभावात् अविवेकिनां हि अज्ञानकाले बालानां दृश्यते दीर्घः अहम् गौरः अहम् इति देहादि संघाते अहं प्रत्ययः न तो विवेकिनां अन्यः अहं देहादि संघातात् इति जानताम् तत्काले देहादि संघाते अहं प्रत्ययः भवति तस्मिन् मिथ्या प्रत्ययाभावे अभावात् तत्कृत एव न गौणः पृथक् गृह्यमाण विशेष सामान्ययोर्हि सिंहदेवदत्तयोः अग्निमाणवकयोर्वा गौणः प्रत्ययः शब्दप्रयोगो वा स्यात् न अगृह्यमाण सामान्य विशेषयोः No, Purvapakshi says, even if Dehadi Sanghate Atma Pratyayaha is Gauna, even then it can produce its result through the Gauna identification with the body also. If one performs karma, it will produce the result. How can you say Shruti Pramanyat? Because the Shastra is Pramana. Shastra says if you perform this yajna, you will get phala. On account of the Shastra Pramana, even if it is a Gauna identification, it will lead to a real phala. The Siddhanti had earlier said that the Gauna Pratyaya cannot accomplish any real phala. But now Purvapakshi is refuting this idea in the case of any Shastriya karma. In the case of the Shastriya karma, even the Gauna Pratyaya can produce a real phala because it is told by the Shruti. It is enjoined by the Shruti. So, see, Adrishta Vishaya Chodana Pramanyat. On account of the Pramanya, the validity of Chodana. Chodana means Vidhi. The injunctions of the Shastra with respect to Adrishta. Adrishta Vishaya Chodana means if you perform Agnihotra, you will get an Adrishta Phala. This kind of vidhis are there in the Shastra on account of the validity of those injunctions. Atmakartavyam. Atmakartavyam means one's own kartavya, one's own work. So now the Shastra says you perform Agnihotra, you will get Swarga. Now who has to perform? I have to perform. The Atma has to perform. But the Atma itself cannot perform because the Atma does not have Kartrutva. Atma cannot lift and put into fire. It is not possible. Therefore, Gaunaihi Dehendriyatmabhihi Kriyate. What has to be done by the Atma is performed by the Deha, Indriya, etc., which are Gauna Atma. Gaunaihi Dehendriyatmabhi Kriyate eva. It is performed by them. Iti chet. This is Purvapaksha. Then Siddhanti says the, the Dehendriya, etc., cannot be Gauna Atma because the identification with the Deha, Indriya, etc., it is Mithya identification. When there is a Mithya identification, you cannot call it Gauna Atma. That is the answer. No, it is not so because avidyakratatmatvat tesham. Tesham means dehendriyadinam. avidyakrita atmatvat. Their atmatva is brought about by avidya. We identify with them as Atma, as ourselves, on account of avidya. Therefore, it cannot be called Gauna Atma. Instead, it is Mithya Atma. Nacha Gaunaha Atmanaha Dehendriyadayah. So, na avidyakratatmatvat tesham is Sangraha Vakya. It is being explained. Nacha Gaunaha Atmanaha Dehendriyadayah. Deha, Indriya, etc. They are not Gauna Atmas. Because if they are Gauna Atmas, you would have been aware of the difference. But an Ajnani is not aware of the difference. Kim tarhi, then what? If they are not Gauna Atmas, then what? Mithya pratyayena eva, on account of Mithya pratyaya, on account of a false identification. Asangasya atmanaha sangatya, they are associated with the asanga atma. Asanganaha asangasya atmanaha sangatya, on account of their association with the original atma, which is asanga. And the association is on account of mithya pratyaya. Therefore, atmatvam apadyate, they are made into atma, they are perceived as atma. So tesham atmatvam apadyate. Mithya pratyayena eva. By mithya pratyaya alone, asangasya atmanah sangatya, on account of their association with the asanga atma, atmatvam apadyate, their atmatva is superimposed. Atmatva is superimposed on them. How do you know this? Tad bhave bhavat, tad abhave cha abhavat. The logic is given. So it is Anvaya Vyatireka logic. By Anvaya Vyatireka, we determine the cause-effect relation between two things. If one is there, another can be there. If one is not there, another is not there. Therefore, one is the cause of another. If X is there, Y is there. X is not there, Y is not there. Then X has to be the cause of Y. That is the Anvaya Vyatireka logic. Now Bhashyakara explains this logic to show that the I identification with the body etc. is mithya, is on account of mithya pratyaya. Because tad bhave bhavat, only when there is mithya pratyaya, the identification with the body etc. is there. Tad abhave abhavat, when there is no mithya pratyaya, the identification with the body etc. is not there. He explains this Anvaya Vitireka. Avivekinam hi, those who are avivekis, and the avivekis are called balah. Balana means as far as the Atma Jnana is concerned, they are balah. They are unversed when it comes to Atma Jnana. Therefore, they are called Balaha. He may be a 95-year-old man. Even he is a Bala when it comes to Atma Jnana. If he is not aware of the presence of a higher reality. Avivekinam Balanam Ajnana Kali, at the time of Ajnana, as long as they have Ajnana, then this identification is seen. Aham Dirghaha, I am tall. Aham Gauraha, I am fair. Aham iti, in this manner. Dehadi sanghate aham pratyaya drishyate. Their aham pratyaya, I identification with the body, etc., is observed. Natu vivekinam, but for vivekis, the jnanis, it is not seen. Instead, they, what do they know? Anyaha aham dehadi sanghatat iti janatam. They are aware of the difference between dehadi sanghata and themselves. Aham dehadi sanghatat anyaha iti janatam. Dehadi sanghate aham pratyaya na drishyate. Tatkale, at that time, means jnana kale, during the jnana, when they have jnana. Dehadi sanghate aham pratyaya na bhavati. They do not have the I identification with the dehadi sanghata. Tasmin mithya pratyaya bhave abhavat tatkritah eva. So why it is not there? Tasmin mithya pratyaya abhave abhavat. When there is no mithya pratyaya, then there is no identification, atmatva buddhi. Therefore, tatkritah eva means mithya pratyaya kritah eva. Atmatva buddhi. Dehadishu atmatva buddhi. Mithya pratyaya kritah eva. Thus he concluded the Anvaya Vyatireka logic. Na gaunaha. Therefore, it is not gauna. Whatever is caused by mithya pratyaya cannot be gauna. Then where does the gauna pratyaya happen? The gauna pratyaya happens when you are aware of the difference. Prathak drishyamana vishesha samanyayorhi simhadevadattayoh agnimanavakayorva gaunah pratyayaha shabda prayogo va syat na agrihyamana samanya visheshayoh. पृथक दृश्यमाण विशेष सामान्ययोः सिंह देवदत्तयोः. गौण प्रत्यय happens with respect to Simha and Devadatta. Simha Devadattayoh. Between Simha and Devadatta, what you are aware of their Vishesha, you are aware of their difference. Vishesha means difference, you are aware of the difference. And meanwhile, you are aware of their samanya, the similarity. When the difference as well as similarity both are distinctly known, then gauna pratyaya happens. So, prathak drishyamana vishesha samanyayoh. When the vishesha, difference, as well as the samanya, the common feature, both are distinctly known. For example, with respect to Simha and Devadatta, or with respect to Agni and Manavaka, then Gaunaha Pratyayaha, the secondary Pratyaya, Gauna Pratyaya, secondary, the Pratyaya means the understanding, the understanding of somebody being a Gauna, Simha, etc. And Shabda Prayoga, the usage of word Ayam Simha ityadi Shabda Prayoga in a Gauna sense, Vasyat na agrishyamana samanya visheshayoh. It does not happen when the samanya and vishesha are not separately known, distinctly known. Means when you are not aware of their difference, then Gauna Prayoga is not possible. Therefore, the I identification with the body, etc., is not done. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.